हाय एंड अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। सो आज हम लोग 5 मोस्ट आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन अबाउट रमजान आंसर करेंगे। द मोस्ट कॉमन एंड नंबर 1, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू वर्क आउट इन रमजान। नंबर 2, रमजान में मैं अपनी डाइट को कैसे मैनेज करूं। नंबर 3, व्हाट गोल शुड आई लुक अप टू। क्या मैं फैट लॉस की तरफ जाऊं या मैं मसल गेन की तरफ जाऊं या फिर आई नीड टू मेंटेन माय बॉडी। 4, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट स्प्लिट टू ट्रेन इन रमजान। एंड द 5th मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड माय फेवरेट क्वेश्चन टू आंसर, व्हाट शुड बी द आइडियल इफ्तारी। My name is Ahmed and I hope you are having a great day. तो as we all know कि रमजान का मुबारक महीना is almost here, जो कि हम सब के लिए बहुत ज़बरदस्त बात है, but it also brings a lot of concerns to us gym and fitness freaks, and especially वो लोग जो कि beginners हैं, उनको नहीं पता कि क्या करना है, and honestly it can get very confusing at times. So मैंने सोचा कि एक YouTube वीडियो बनाते हैं जिसमें we'll be answering all the questions and all the confusions. So stick till the end of the video and subscribe to this channel because this video will be the first of many. So let's dive right into it. Okay, question number 1, what is the best time to work out in Ramadan? See, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि आप रोज़े की ड्यूरिंग वर्कआउट नहीं करें। जब आप एक रोज़े की स्टेट में होते हैं तो यू कैन नॉट इनटेक वाटर और एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ कैलोरीज। नाउ जहाँ तक कैलोरीज की बात है, आपकी बॉडी परफॉर्म्स वेरी गुड विदाउट फूड, लेकिन विदाउट वाटर नो। एज वी ऑल नो 70% ऑफ योर बॉडी एंड मसल्स आर मेड ऑफ वाटर एंड वाटर इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स जो कि आपको जिंदा रखता है। And as stating some facts, only 3% dehydration in your body can lead up to 30% decrease in your performance. तो अगर आप पानी के बगैर वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं तो ना ही सिर्फ आप अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हैं बल्कि आप अपनी लॉन्ग टर्म हेल्थ को भी नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हैं। So my best time to work out during Ramadan is right after Iftari. You see the window after you break your fast is very important. In case कि आप इस टाइम में वर्कआउट नहीं कर पाते तो the second best time to work out is after midnight to an hour before सहरी। अगर आप सहरी से 1 घंटा पहले भी अपना वर्कआउट कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं तो that is a very good time to train. Now that I've mentioned my best 2 times to train during Ramadan, even अगर आप इसमें अपना वर्कआउट मैनेज नहीं कर सकते, so there is also a third option. ये ऑप्शन आप तभी चूज करेंगे when you're bounded to it and आपके पास कोई और ऑप्शन नहीं है। This is the time right after Asr and before Iftari. See, इस टाइम में आप फास्टेड और डिहाइड्रेटेड तो होंगे। जैसे आप अपना वर्कआउट कंप्लीट करें, इफ्तारी का टाइम हो चुका हो and then you can eat all the food and water that your body needs. And lastly, बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, ये सोचना भी नहीं कि तुम सेरी से लेकर असर का जो टाइम है उसमें वर्कआउट करो, क्योंकि साइंटिफिकली इट्स नॉट गुड फॉर यू एंड ऑनेस्टली माय एडवेंचरस एस हैज ट्राइड दैट इट्स गोना टर्न योर रोजा इनटू अ वेरी वेरी बैड सफरिंग and I totally do not recommend that. So there were my best 3 times to train during Ramadan. Honestly, you should go for right after Iftari and keep your workout as short and intense as possible. Okay, so question number 2, मैं अपनी डाइट कैसे मैनेज करूं during Ramadan? Honestly speaking, this is a very wrong question. Correct question should be, how do I stay hydrated during Ramadan? देखो, हमें लगता है कि हमें 16 घंटे का खाना 8 घंटे में खाना है and that is an issue. But in reality, हमें 16 घंटे का पानी 8 घंटे में पीना है। हम उस पर बिल्कुल भी emphasize नहीं करते, क्योंकि see, अगर आप खाना कम खाते हैं तो it's gonna be a caloric deficit, which is totally fine for your body and might be healthy in some cases. लेकिन अगर आप पानी ज़रूरत से कम पीते हैं तो it's gonna cause dehydration, which is a very bad situation for your body. And it's totally unhealthy on the long term. So your first priority should be managing your water intake. You need to be making sure कि आप at least 12 से 16 ग्लास पानी पी रहे हो during the time of iftar to sehri. And जहाँ तक रहा सवाल डाइट का, तो honestly it's very easy. You just need to eat the same food you are eating but at different times. Don't even try to substitute your iftari with your breakfast or dinner. Your iftar should be like a midday snack which should include very light food like fruits, dates and bread etc. and a lot of water. तो आपको अपनी eating window start करनी होगी बहुत ही light food से and then make sure that you're eating a lot of whole and caloric dense foods in the sehri so that keeps your body full and anabolic throughout the day. Now, one of the most important questions, what should be my goal during Ramadan? First of all, अगर तो आप एक बिगनर हैं और अभी अपनी वर्कआउट जर्नी शुरू कर रहे हैं तो I'd say you can look up to any goal, whether you want to lose fat or gain muscle. Your body will adapt to it and you will have great results. लेकिन अगर आप एक ऐसे इंडिविजुअल हैं जिनको काफ़ी टाइम हो गया वर्कआउट करते हुए and then you are heading into Ramadan, then you need to be serious about this and hear this out. In the past 5 years, मैं खुद अपने ऊपर and अपने क्लाइंट्स के साथ हर तरह का ट्रायल एंड एरर कर चुका हूँ and I know for sure which goal works and which does not. So first of all, आपका गोल मसल गेन बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि you see it's not a very optimal time to gain muscle since आप 60% of the day एक fasted state में निकालते हैं जो कि catabolic state है and you're not eating anything which is not favorable for muscle gain. So also given you are dehydrated and you cannot perform very well in the gym. Secondly, क्योंकि हमारे पास बहुत ही small eating window होती है तो there are high chances कि you are not gonna achieve a caloric surplus and obviously when you are eating less there is gonna be less protein in your diet which is also not very favorable for your muscle gain. From a personal experience, there is a big chance आप बहुत ज़्यादा body fat gain कर लें अगर आप muscle gaining पे focus कर रहे हैं. Honestly, I have tried to gain muscle during Ramadan and it was alright, but I ended up gaining a lot of fat, so I wouldn't recommend that. Also lastly, knowing कि इस महीने में आपका स्लीप स्केड्यूल बहुत ही डिस्टर्ब रहेगा and you won't be sleeping at normal times, so that is also not very favorable for your muscle recovery and growth. You know, sleep schedule disturb होने से there are a lot of hormonal changes in your body and it doesn't make the situation very favorable for muscle gaining. Secondly, आपका goal fat loss भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Now again the same reasons कि most of the day you spend in a catabolic phase, you're not eating that much protein, and given कि आपकी diet and sleep disturb रहेगी, I don't think it will be very sustainable for you. And given you're eating less food and drinking less water, there's a high risk that you lose muscle during this month if your goal is fat loss. Now this is also from a personal experience that I tried to cut weight. Results were alright, but I ended up losing a lot of muscle and becoming skinny. आप muscle बहुत मुश्किल से build करते हैं. It's all a product of your hard work. So you don't want to risk it during these 4 weeks. So lastly, that brings us to our conclusion. Your goal during this month should be to maintain your physique. I know this sounds boring and तुम लोग कुछ और सुनना चाह रहे थे मेरे मुंह से, but that is the reality and you have to be very rational about it. Honestly, ये सिर्फ 1 महीना है, सिर्फ 4 हफ्ते हैं, and it's supposed to make you spiritually and religiously better. And I think our main focus should be on that rather than some so-called fitness goals. We have a lot of time to do that throughout the year. So if you get out of this month with a maintained physique and maybe inshallah slightly better, I think that is a big win for us. Okay, so that brings us हमारे second last question पे. What is the best split to train during Ramadan? The best split to train during this month is the one that is sustainable for you. Now, as you know, many of us indulge into religious activities during this month, and which is very good. लेकिन इनकी वजह से हो सकता है कि आपके पास टाइम ना हो वर्कआउट करने का, जैसे कि तरावियां एंड जागने वाली रातें. तो you need to make sure आप एक ऐसा split फॉर्म करें जो कि आपके लिए सस्टेनेबल हो, जिसको आप कंसिस्टेंटली कर सकें. One of the things I recommend is to train less frequently throughout the week and अपने वर्कआउट्स को छोटा कर दें. So honestly, आप हफ्ते में 3 से 4 बार ट्रेन कर रहे हैं, तो that is more than enough. And आपके workout sessions should not be longer than 45 minutes to 1 hour. Now some splits that I personally follow and मैं दूसरों को भी recommend करता हूँ are training full body 3 times a week, or training upper body lower body split 4 times a week, or training push pull legs 3 times a week. You see, अगर आप हफ्ते में 3 से 4 दिन वर्कआउट कर रहे होंगे तो it will be very sustainable for you and very easily approachable for you. And after all, हमारा goal body को maintain करना है, तो I think this should be perfect for you. And then you can focus on the more important thing, which is your diet. And trust me, अगर आप अपनी diet को manage कर लेते हैं throughout this month, you will not only maintain your physique, बल्कि आपकी physique काफी ज़्यादा बेहतर हो जाएगी after Ramadan. Okay, so that brings me हमारे आखिरी सवाल पे. How do I avoid the post-Iftari crash? So I'm pretty sure some point during Ramadan, you felt absolutely lethargic and lazy after eating Iftari. मैं इसका साइंटिफिक रीजन दूंगा कि व्हाई दिस हैपेंस. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज, क्योंकि आप एक फास्टेड स्टेट में होते हैं पूरा दिन, तो आपकी बॉडी में कोई कैलोरी नहीं गई होती है, तो आपका ब्लड शुगर लेवल बहुत ज़्यादा लो हो जाता है, विच इज़ अ गुड थिंग ऑफ कोर्स. लेकिन फिर आप जब अफ्तारी में जाके हर मीठी एंड ऑयली चीज़ खा लेते हैं एंड अपने पेट को एब्सोल्युटली ओवरलोड कर लेते हैं, तो आपकी लो ब्लड शुगर एकदम से स्पाइक हो जाती है एंड इट गोज अबव नॉर्मल इंस्टेंटली. एंड चूंकि आप पूरे दिन फास्टेड स्टेट में थे एंड आपका पेट बिल्कुल खाली था, तो आपकी बॉडी की एब्जॉर्प्शन रेट भी बढ़ जाती है. तो नाउ इन दिस केस दिस शुगर विल बी एब्जॉर्ब मोर फास्ट. एंड यू नो व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन यू इंस्टेंटली स्पाइक योर ब्लड शुगर लेवल्स? इट गोज अप and then it crashes, and it crashes very bad. And then when it crashes, you're gonna feel lazy, lethargic and miserable. So please don't do this. Now to avoid this, we have to solve this problem. So knowing कि आप एक fasted state में और आपका पेट खाली है, you should be eating foods that slowly spike your blood sugar and keep it sustained throughout the next few hours. Second of all, obviously you will have to eat less food. So knowing कि आपका पेट बिल्कुल खाली है, you should not complement this by eating everything you can. You should start to break your fast with as minimum food as possible. So focus on the light things like fruits, dates and drink a lot of water. एक और चीज ये है कि आपको लगता है कि आप इफ्तारी में भूखे हैं, बट इन रियलिटी आप सिर्फ प्यासे होते हैं. तो यू नीड टू बी ड्रिंकिंग अ लॉट ऑफ वाटर टू rehydrate yourself and fill yourself up. Then you would realize that you were not starving, you were just thirsty. And no crash. तो आप इफ्तारी में जो भी खा रहे होंगे, it should be very high in fiber, should be high in fat and should be high in protein. But most importantly, high in fiber and fat. I honestly eat 2 dates because it's sunnah. And you should too, and a handful of nuts, so like almonds and walnuts. And maybe if I don't have them, then I'll go with a spoon of peanut butter. Now you can put this peanut butter on brown bread, or you can go with some Vegetable sugar-free biscuits, and you can eat a bunch of fruits, and that should be a perfect iftari. And again, please pani pina mat bhulna, because your body needs a lot of water during iftari. So boys and girls, there was it. I hope I addressed every question. And जाते जाते मैं यही बोलूँगा कि when we ask this question कि मेरा रमज़ान में गोल क्या होना चाहिए और मैं किस तरह अपने फिटनेस को मैनेज करूँ, तो I think that is the wrong question. I think this is a very blessed month for all of us, and it only happens once a year. And the real question we should be asking is, how do I become a better man, a better citizen, a better family member, and a better Muslim after all? कि ये वो महीना है जहाँ पे आप अपनी ज़िंदगी की हर चीज़ पॉज कर दें and just focus on your spirituality. Spend more time with your family, get closer to God, and connect with your inner self. It's a very great month that teaches us a lot about life and stoicism. You need to find joy and peace in your suffering, and then there's a reward for it every single day. And honestly, most people feel like कि इस महीने की वजह से मेरे fitness goals and मेरे life goals affect होंगे. But it's honestly the opposite way. It's like a one step back, 3 steps forward thing. When you embrace this stoicism, when you get closer to God, and you strengthen your spirituality, you will be a better and more disciplined man after this month. उसके बाद आप जिंदगी में जिस गोल को भी अप्रोच करेंगे, you will be exponentially better at it. So take this month to embrace all this change in yourself and focus on the greater good and what's necessary. Peace, my brothers and sisters. I hope इस वीडियो में मैंने सारे common questions answer कर दिए होंगे, and I hope you got some value from it. And in the end, I would really appreciate if you leave a like and a comment if this video helped you. And with that, best of luck. See all of you in the next video, and a very blessed Ramadan Mubarak to all of you. Allah Hafiz.